What is going on, everyone? This is the Brandalorian 88 coming at you with another action figure review. And today we've got the Vintage Collection Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord Marrok Inquisitor here, looking really cool in the packaging and really cool with that artwork. Flipping him around, this is number Vintage Collection VC 386, looking really cool there. We've got a little bio for Marrok coming off the heels of the Maul Shadow Lord show, which was awesome in my opinion. But we also have the 11th brother looking really cool on this vintage card. The image looks great. Inside the packaging looks great. He is number VC390, and we've got a bio of him there. These guys were awesome in the Maul Shadow Lord show and had a lot of really cool duels with Darth Maul and some of the other characters. We also have this Droid Factory mystery crate. I had to get another one of these on my channel. I was in Disney Springs, so I had to pick up another one. So hopefully I get a different one from the one I got last time. But the little box is really cool. Kind of works as a Dio set, in my opinion. We're going to take a look at who we got with this. So we just pop the bottom out just like that. And then we have a little bag here with... we also see all the translucent parts again, so it makes a pretty cool diorama shot for your other 3.75-inch figures, whether they're from Disney or from Hasbro. But opening up this little bag here, we're going to spill out all the content. And from what it looks like, this is different from the last one I got, so I'm excited about that. Same type of astromech droid, but the head goes on here like so. We got some really cool weathering on this little guy, so that's really nice to see. The legs go on both sides there like that, pretty self-explanatory, and then the middle foot goes on there. And there's little wheels on underneath too, if you've ever had these Droid Factory droids. So they're really cool, really good little sculpt, really nice weathering, love the paint. And again, I love having these little droids to be able to fill out any kind of Dio shots. You can never have enough droids and or aliens or troopers in your Star Wars collection, in my humble opinion. So very happy to have this. I may just be grabbing another one the next time I'm in Disney Springs, because maybe I can get one of those BB units. That would be really cool. I know there's like 2 or 3 of those types. And then he does have a sticker J1B2. Or is that J7B2? J1B2. Looking at Marrok out of the packaging, this is freaking awesome for a 3.75-inch figure. The sculpt is fan-freaking-tastic. We've got the cloth cloak kind of going over one shoulder there. But the sculpt on this armor is unbelievable for such a small figure. I'm loving this. I'm loving all the wrinkles on the sleeves, on the cloth parts of the sculpt on his arms. Really, really sleek and clean looking figure. We got the metal plates on the wrist there. Got the knee pads and the boots looking super, super cool. Again, I would have liked this figure even if the show wasn't good, but the show was awesome in my opinion. So having this guy makes me just even more excited to have him. We're going to take a look at the articulation here. Head can go down about that much, up about that much, can go side to side like that. And then we can get these shoulders, move the cloak out of the way. Shoulders can go up pretty high. And then we've got some elbow articulation there. Not too bad. Again, these are smaller figures, so the fact that we've got the diaphragm cut, that we can get some solid articulation is impressive. Legs can split out about that far. You're going to want him in some dynamic poses because he is a Force user, an Inquisitor. The knee can articulate there. And then you've got the ankle or thigh cut, and then the ankle pivot down there, just like that. So yeah, some pretty solid articulation, and the aesthetic is perfect. He does come with his Inquisitor lightsaber, which has the spinning effect. It doesn't have the spinning effect, but it does have it lit on both sides, and you can hold him on the handle there in the middle. And then he does have one side kind of collapsed for the unlit hilt, which has a peg so it can go on his belt. And there he looks really awesome holding the lightsaber like so. Cannot wait to put him up against Darth Maul along with the Crow. And speaking of the Crow and or 11th brother, we have him out of the package and looks stunning, just like the Marrok figure. This sculpt is awesome. The hood is sculpted, but he does have a cloth cape. But it does have the Empire logos on both sides, so you can kind of put them over the shoulders on both sides. So that is pretty sweet as well. Very, very ominous, very menacing looking Inquisitor. I love the way that looks there. I love the paint on the face mask as well. The eyes, this bone-like bird looking sculpt and paint. We've got this silver little horseshoe there on the chest. We've got some metal lining along his hands, so it's very skeletal-like. It's almost like he's like a Grim Reaper almost. Again, very cool in the show. We've got some really nice sculpt all along the pants, and then the waistcloth there, and the boots. Just a very, very, very strong 3.75-inch vintage collection figure from a sculpt and aesthetic standpoint. Very happy with that. So we'll take a look at the articulation. He's not going to be able to articulate too much considering he has the sculpted hood, but you can get some decent range of motion there. And then the shoulders can go up fairly high, like so. Again, you're going to want him some elbow articulation. You're going to want him to get into some good posing against Maul. One hand is open, I should say. Legs can split out that much there. And then we've got the thigh swivel, and we've got the knee articulation there. And then we've got some foot ankle basic articulation. Again, for such a small figure, I'm happy that we have that kind of range of motion. And here he looks awesome with the pose with the open hand, and then the lightsaber holding hand holding lightsaber, and looking really cool and menacing and dynamic. Very happy with this one. I'm not sure which one I like more out of these two. And here they are next to each other, posed out. I got them on some 3.75-inch stands, and they can stand fairly easy once you put them on any kind of figure stand. But yeah, very, very happy with the aesthetic of these two guys. Also forgot to mention that the 11th brother does have a collapsed hilt as well, with a little peg that you can peg onto his waist. Forgot to mention that. And here he is, both of these guys with Darth Maul 3.75-inch from the vintage collection. I also included some Dio shots that I got from an Etsy collector recently. There's a lot more options, but I think I got the 4 for now. But you can see what these two guys look like next to Maul. Very, very happy with how this came out. Again, loved the show. And taking a look at the 11th brother, I think this is a home run. I think if you're a vintage collection fan, you're a fan of Maul Shadow Lord, this is a must-buy. So go ahead and run out and grab that. But I feel the same way about Marrok as well. I think if you enjoyed the character in the show and you're a vintage collection fan, I think it's a must-buy. So go ahead and get out there and grab these guys if you see them in the store, so you can order them. But let me know what you all think in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next episode.